Hi, my name is Yakub Sharif. You can call me Matrix, and this is Matrix Sports. You can catch us on Facebook and on YouTube at Matrix Sports, and on TikTok and Instagram is Sharif Matrix. And then you can catch us on Twitter as well at Yakub Sharif. Today we have with us Mr. Abdul Rahman in Yarba, Mr. Hassan Abdul Rahman in Yarba. He is the DFA chairman for Solar Tona Caliber District. Mr. Rahman, you're welcome to Matrix Sports.
Thank you very much, Sharif.
Okay, so for those who don't know you, a lot of people know you from this district and then across the Savannah and then the northern region, to be general, to be specific. But for those who don't know you, who is Abdul Rahman?
Uh, Alasan Abdurrahman is my name, popularly known as Yoruba. Born and bred in Sola. I think that schooled in Sola from the basic level, attended my senior high at Damango, a teacher by profession, and Bachelor of Arts, Political Science, also into football, which is also one of my passions growing up. I couldn't play far, but I just developed interest in managing players. That has brought me far to become a coach. I went beyond the coaching to be an administrator and now the District Football Association chairman.
Okay, all right, so that's fine. You are the DFA chairman. You are the CEO of Young Starlets Football Club. You are the technical and administrative manager of Kanyiti FC and the manager of STK Stars. Tell us about your journey so far and then how you've been able to achieve such a feat at such a young age.
I think everything boils down to passion. In whatever you do, if you are doing it with passion, I think that you will be able to achieve a lot. I'm not saying I haven't achieved up to the level I expect, but I think that growing up with that passion of managing players, starting as a coach up to the level of an administrator, though I'm still combining the two, I think the development of players has always been the priority. Developing young players, that made us to start a juvenile club known as Young Starlets. You can call me a CEO for now because of other busy schedules. I don't have my time for the juvenile. I think we are in partnership with a good friend and also a coach. Then we are managing things together. So I'm the CEO for the juvenile side. We have nurtured a lot of players. Some have gone far. Some are still playing. Young ones are coming up. As for a juvenile team, I think the key thing is how to sustain the team. So the juvenile team is actually in existence. Then gradually, I think they are doing their best. Young Starlets Football Club. We also have STK Stars, also a Division 2 club. It is, as the name implies, Solar Tona Calabar Stars. It's a club for the whole of the district to select the best to form a Division 2 club to see how we can add these talents to the rest of the world. Kanyiti FC is also another transition. It's a transitional club and also a project club. Yeah, because of the person, any project that is in line with bringing development of players and earning talents, I think we're always ready to embrace it. With Kanyiti, I think a stakeholder who is not busy here saw the need to build a project where talents from around the area can still come together. And then we'll develop them and find class for them to go. And with our juvenile transition and the district as a whole, we have a lot of talents. And there's the need for us to expose this talent. So that led to the formation of Kanyiti, and we'll still support that cause by helping to recruit more players into this club to see how we can push these players to go far.
Okay, that's very fine. So you are the DFA chairman. In your tenure so far, what has been some of your achievements?
But as a young district, we now have a formal structure. I think district football associations there are no formal structures that are existing in all districts. It is districts that are ready and organized that can get that formal structure. And I think our number one achievement is being able to get this formal structure in the district, where even at the national level and then at the regional level, we are recognized as a DFA. Some districts are not having football associations. They don't have any formal structure. So when there is anything that has to do in line with football, I don't think they will engage them. I think they will be engaging the districts that are having football associations. I think we are one of those districts. As a chairman, transformation of minds has always been my key word. Transform, transform, transform. We need to change people's mind. I'm simply trying to talk about capacity building programs, which is just the hallmark of our administration. I think we started by organizing capacity building program for all my executive council members, where we update them to know much about football structures, administration of football.
And do you think that has helped in any way?
To some extent, we are still on course, but we made it compulsory for all our ESCO members. But we're having other participants from Damango, few from Bole, who came to join the program. And I think they enjoyed the program. A handout was given just to guide us to understand some basic things about administration of football. And prior to the beginning of our league, we took clubs through some basic coaching, regulations, laws of the game, just for them to understand some basis of football. We are not also there yet, but we are learning, and the only way we can achieve and celebrate ourselves as heroes is when we understand all these basic things. When we understand all these things, I think it will help for the game to grow. There's the need for us to have more force for our matches. We have engaged stakeholders like the chief, and he has given us 20 acres of land, which we are still going through the documentation processes to ensure that we acquire this land. And I think this can get not more than, if we get the opportunity, we can get as much for it as we can. That at least we can develop football in the area. We can also talk about clubs. You cannot have a DFA without clubs. Sure. Trying to create people's passion in the game to form clubs, not just because they want to form clubs, but to also see football as a business venture where we can add talents to bring about future development of club managers, the players themselves, and then that of the community or the district at large. We're trying to transform their minds. I think our district is vast, but we have been able to get juvenile clubs across all the various zones of the district. We have juvenile clubs. I remember my regional juvenile committee came and I took them around for screening. The distance we traveled, in fact, it was amazing. You could hear their compliments. So clubs travel all this far to go and play matches, but what do we do? It's a district. So our aim is to make sure that wherever you are located and you are ready to play football, we hook you on board to see the talents that you have. So we have been able to organize. For the beginning, we have organized 9 juvenile clubs. We are in another season, and I think that more clubs are coming up. We have been able to push as a district to get 5 of our juvenile clubs registered on the FIFA Connect system, which is a basic requirement for player opportunities. Plans are on board to see how we can get the other clubs also registering on the FIFA Connect system. We are also making arrangements to see how we can get our Division 3 clubs, which are also supposed to be under the control of the District Football Association. Women football, we are making plans. We have written to Ghana Education Service to see how we can collaborate with them to organize school games for the female soccer. At the end of the day, through the school games, those having passion for women football can identify talents and recruit them. So we can have women football. It's a fast-growing business, especially in my region, northern region. Can say it's one of the best when it comes to women football. How do I make STK district also as one of the best when it comes to women football? I think we're putting all these plans in place.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So this is Matrix Sports. We have here Mr. Al Hassan Abdul Rahman Yarba, the DFA chairman for Solatuna Kalba, STK for short. We are talking to him about his district. He's in charge of the district, how things are moving so far. So I'll go straight to my next question, which is about facilities. Um, your Damango district, which is in the same district as you are, that which is in the same region as you are, recently got two astroturfs in Damango and then in Larabanga. Uh, uh, Solatuna Kalba doesn't have a standard pitch that can host a Division One match. This has made some of your players jittery because they go like, why is it that just the next district has these facilities and we don't have? So, as a body or as an organization, what is the DFA as a whole doing to bring in such facilities to facilitate player development and all that in the district?
As for good football, is played on good pitches. Without good pitches, I think you can't get the best out of our boys. First of all, we would like to thank the stakeholders involved that contributed to our neighboring district getting this AstroTurf. We want to thank them greatly for their efforts. So you can imagine the whole of the area, their neighboring area, they just got it recently. And I think that when it becomes critical, there's proximity for us to also get access to those things. And I think to get access to that facility, to also use for some matches, some important matches that we deem necessary. However, for development to actually come to the area in line with pitches, I think we deserve more than the pitches that we have. We equally deserve to have like our sister district. We also equally deserve to have all these things. But it all boils down to stakeholder engagement. It boils down to resources. And as a young FA, where resources are limited, you will not be able to confidently say that, oh, the district football association can provide this for ourselves. And I think we need to engage what stakeholders. We need to engage our key stakeholders. I earlier on mentioned the chief has set a pace by providing us with a piece of land. Ours is to see how we can engage other stakeholders that matter within and outside the district, how we can engage corporate world. We have a lot of companies around. We are on course to come out with some proposals to see how we can engage all these people. We are identifying the companies involved in providing these facilities. We want to know the cost involved so that when we're engaging stakeholders, we're able to engage them well. We have a lot of talents, but honestly speaking, Sola as the district capital particularly doesn't have any befitting pitch. It poses a lot of challenge to us.